Welcome to our English session where we're going to start summary. For those interested in our online tuitions, you can call or WhatsApp this line. Make sure you like and subscribe to support the channel. So what is summary? Summary comes as the first question in paper 2 structure, but sometimes it cannot be the first question, but most of the times it is the first question. So, what is summary? So, a summary is just a short account of a written passage. Okay, a summary is a short account of a written passage. So, you'll be given a long passage. Okay, so from this long passage, you are supposed now to write it in a short format, and sometimes they'll ask you just to extract certain points from that long passage, and these points now you have to write them according to a specified number of words. Okay, so that's how summary is. To understand this, you are going to see as we go through examples, but they'll give you a long passage. After a long passage, then you are supposed to now extract some points and then write those points um, uh, in a summarized version. So what's the goal of a summary? Like I'm from explaining. So the first goal of a summary is to answer the question within the specified word count. Word count is the number of words they want you to write. They will say, write not less than, not more than one, for example, 140 words. So meaning that whatever you're going to write, it should be within 140 words. Anything that you're going to write after 140 words is not going to be given a mark. Also, do your best to be economical with words. What does it mean to be economical with words? Don't use unnecessary words. Just use words that answer the question. Okay? So, here are some hints about summary. Always avoid writing more than the stated number of words. Like I said, if they say 140 words, write 140 words or less. Don't write more than 140 words. Okay, you're going to waste your time. They won't mark. Second, identify the points that answer the questions. Okay, so understand the questions and identify the points that answer the questions. Okay, don't write points that have nothing to do with the question. Okay, also you can use your own words if you want, but the meaning should not change. So what does it mean? Okay, so if for example the question wants to name all the provinces in Zambia. So if you go for example Muchinga province, okay, you have answered the question. It's a province in Zambia, okay. But if you, of course, you can't just be writing all the provinces, but they are not well connected, okay. You have to write sentences, so those sentences must make sense. So you, instead of just writing Muchinga province, southern province, eastern province, you can start the first one is Muchinga province, second southern province, third eastern province. So those words like first, second, third, those are your own words. Okay, you just want the English to make sense. So you have to write English that makes sense. So by doing that, you might be forced to add one or two words of your own. If you want, you can even change the whole thing so that you reduce the, you can even change the whole sentence so that you reduce the number of words that you want to write, but the meaning should not change. Okay. So now these are some of the unnecessary things you should not be including. One, examples. Okay. So here is the scenario here. Okay. So if the question says, um, write about all cultural features that need to be destroyed in Zambia. Okay, all the cultural features that need to be destroyed in Zambia. Cultural features are things like houses, churches, business buildings, and the likes. Okay, so write about all the cultural features that need to be destroyed in Zambia. So there is this point, okay? All types of houses, such as this is a point in the paragraph. We are assuming the passage that I mean not in the paragraph but in the passage. So we are assuming that the passage they have given us uh, has this point. So I've identified this point. Remember the question says write about it, the cultural features that need to be destroyed in Zambia for Zambia to be recreated, for example. So this point says all types of houses. Okay, so let's say before this sentence, it is starting like um, um, uh, other cultural features that need to be destroyed include all types of houses such as huts, bangwanas, servants' quarters, and the likes. Okay, so what's your point here? Your point is all types of houses, not some, but all types of houses. So even if they give these examples, it's a waste of time because all types of houses, so long as it's a house, it has to be destroyed. So these examples are just a waste of words. If you write this, it's just one point, but you have written lots of words and you won't be able to write within the specified word count. So the summarized version is all types of houses. All types of houses. You have written a point. Okay, so that's how to go about it. The other unnecessary things that you need to be careful are adjectives. Don't write unnecessary adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that talk more about the noun. Okay, noun are names of things, animals, cheetah, um, house, for example. Then, if you want to describe these nouns, we use adjectives. For example, you can say um, a handsome man. Handsome is adjective. A beautiful woman. Beautiful is adjective. A white house. White is adjective. So be careful when answering. If you have identified your point, don't fall for writing adjectives that are not necessary. Okay, so avoid writing unnecessary adjectives. Maybe we understand through an example. So here's an example. We're still on the same kind of question that we're assuming we have been asked, which says the types of things that need to be destroyed in Zambia. So here is another point. All short and tall trees. I don't know if a tree is a cultural feature, but let's assume it is. All short and tall trees. All short and tall trees. Okay? So when you say all short and tall trees, why can't we just say all trees? Because trees can be short or tall. So all short and tall trees. Is this is unnecessary words here. Okay, we can just say all trees. We haven't changed the meaning. Okay, when they say all short and tall trees, they just mean all types of trees. So you can just say all trees. Okay, or if you want all types of trees. Okay, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, but here there are 2 words. If you write all types of trees, you're going to have 4 words, which is all types of trees. 4 words. So you have summarized instead of writing 5 words. Okay, so be careful. Always understand your question and choose carefully what to leave out. Okay, but if you can write the way it has been given, so long as you are within 140 words, still you are going to get. I mean, so long as you are within the word count that they have given you, you still are going to get it right. So again, avoid including unnecessary definitions. For example, at some point, maybe in the passage, it says all types of houses. A house is a structure built using, then it continues. Okay, we're not looking for the definition of a house. We're looking for things that need to be destroyed. So your summary should just have all types of houses, not the definition. We're not interested in the definition. If someone who is reading that summary doesn't understand what a house is, then they can Google or they can use the dictionary to find out, because our job is not to teach people what a house is, but to show them things that need to be destroyed. Also, avoid including unnecessary over flowery expressions. Ensure those beautiful expressions that makes the whole sentence dramatic, nice, but they're not answering the point. So some of the summary is about being serious. Okay, so here's an example. all types of houses, whether built by the poor or rich. Okay, what's the point of this? Whether built by the poor or rich. The point we're looking for are things that need to be destroyed. So it's better just write all types of houses. Okay. So anyway, I was just trying to give you an idea into how to go about the summary. So from now on, let's answer a question, an exam question, so that maybe you can appreciate all these skills, how to apply them. By the way, do not add your own points. Okay, if the points are not in the summary, don't add them. Okay, so if they say things that are supposed to be destroyed, if you don't like going to church, so you like churches, but churches are not in the given passage, then no, that's not a point. Okay, so there is a question which I'm going to share with you, the passage. So the passage to that question, the passage has this question. According to the passage, what are the negative effects of the consumption of carbonated drinks by human beings? So they want what? The negative effects of consumption of carbonated drinks by human beings. So human beings, as they drink carbonated drinks, what are the bad things that happen to them? So whatever we're going to read, we have to look for these bad things. And the steps to answer in a summary is first understand the question. When you understand the question, go to the given passage, just uh, skim through it. To skim through is to read quickly without full understanding, just of an idea what it is about. Then after that, sit down to read carefully, identifying the points. When you identify the points, you can be writing them somewhere, but I don't recommend that because it's a waste of time. The best is you underline the points as you are reading, you underline the points as you are reading, you underline the points as you are reading, you are underline all the points. When you are done, count the number of words the points have. If the number of words the points have are more than the specified word count, in this case 140, then you have to know that you have got a lot of work to do to summarize. If they are less than 140, then you are good. But just be careful as you are trying to make um, sentences that make sense. You of course need to add those words that connect sentences. In the process, you might end up adding more words. So just be careful. Okay. So that's how to go about the summary. So they have studied the summary for us. The consumption of carbonated drinks by human beings has a number of negative effects. So we have to continue it from here. Okay. So we're going to go through the summary, we identify the points together. Don't forget, we are looking for negative effects of consuming carbonated drinks. To consume is like to drink carbonated drinks by human beings, not dogs, not cows. And if there's a point that talks about dogs and cows, we don't have to include it. Okay, so that's the question. So this is the passage. In case you can't see the clearly what is written, I advise you go on your settings. Then when you go to video quality, choose a high quality. Okay, in that way you'll be able to see clearly for those with poor internet. Okay, sometimes you can just download the video if you can, then you're going to be able to watch it uh, better. Otherwise, you might be missing out. So, read the following passage carefully and then answer the questions that follows. So, carbonated drinks have flooded the market. Remember, we are identifying those points. Okay, these are effervescent drinks that release carbon dioxide under conditions of normal atmospheric pressure. Is there anything so far that talks about the negative effects of drinking carbonated drinks? No? Carbonation may occur naturally in spring water that has absorbed carbon dioxide at high pressures underground. It can also be a byproduct of fermentation, such as beer and some wines. So here they're just teaching us what carbonated drinks are, what carbonation is, and all. They haven't said anything negative about drinking carbonated drinks, so there's no point in paragraph 1. Go to paragraph 2. Main curative properties have been attributed to effervescent waters, which aid digestion and calm nerves. So here they're talking about good things about carbonated drinks, okay, such as helping in digestion and calming nerves. Okay, okay. So from there, carbonated drinks have high acidity level. Okay, they have just said that carbonated drinks have a lot of acid. This creates an imbalance in the body in that it leads to acidosis. So these are now issues. Imbalance means there is no balance. Okay, so this creates no balance in the body and it leads to acidosis. These are points here. Okay, so let me see if I can. So this is the point. This creates an imbalance in the body. Where is my pen? In the body and leads to acidosis. Okay, too much acid also creates a problem of digestion. So too much acid also creates a problem of digestion in the system. Okay, so this is the point. All carbonated drinks are beneficial to the body. So this is the benefit because a large proportion of them is water, which is greatly needed by those people who rarely take it in its pure form. So this is good, it's beneficial. We're looking for the negative things. On the other hand, it means now we're going to the negative since we're from talking about the positive, so we go to the negative. Okay. On the other hand, so we should be prepared to get some points. Carbonated drinks have carbonic acid that inhibits the use of calcium in the body. So this is the point. Carbonated drinks have carbonic acid that inhibits the use of calcium. Oh, sorry. Okay, now I reverse this. Anyway, you're going to forgive me. I've messed up the work. Okay, so in the body. Okay, I've removed it. So okay, so I'll where okay, carbonated drinks. On the other hand, inhibits the use of calcium. Okay, I think there's just a problem with my pen. So in the body, thereby adversely affecting bone formation. Okay, so these are points. This gives rise to osteoporosis. Okay, so here I want you to be careful. This gives rise to osteoporosis. This is the point. This is the disease osteoporosis. Or now they are defining osteoporosis or softening of the teeth and bones. Okay, or softening of the teeth and bones. So here they have said osteoporosis. Then again they are defining it. So this is the unnecessary definition that that I was talking about. Okay, so if you write osteoporosis as your point, then um, you leave out this. You haven't changed the meaning. Okay, the meaning still gives rise to osteoporosis. Okay, if someone doesn't know what osteoporosis is, they can Google. They are going to find that it means softening of the teeth and bones. Okay, so that's what I meant by unnecessary definitions. So it continues. Such drinks, therefore, are not ideal for children and women after menopause. So this also is a point. I've messed up the paper, so I won't underline this. Okay, but it's a point also, it has to be underlined. Consuming carbonated drinks in excess forces the body to harbor carbon dioxide, which can cause more distension. So this is also a point. Again, they have defined what distension means: swell out by pressure from within. This is unnecessary. Don't include it. Just like distension. Who doesn't know? They are going to Google. You haven't changed the meaning. Okay, this is just one point. If you write this and include this, you have written just one point. Okay, so it continues. You have to write carbon dioxide, carbonated drinks contain sugar, and this helps to supplement the body and glucose, more as responsible for energy. So this is the point. Is a good thing. Okay, so we're going to list the grand scheme of all the together so that now we can get the summary from the point. Very clear that people are stuck with them as they will always be readily available on the market at affordable prices. Nothing that talks about the negative effects here. We go to paragraph 4. The biggest challenge that we have is that people are not being given the correct information concerning the content of carbonated drinks. Not a bad thing. Okay, yes, maybe a bad thing, but nothing to do with drinking carbonated drinks here. Carbonated drinks, just like others, results in loss of appetite if taken shortly before meals. So this is the point. Artificial carbonation was first introduced in 1767 by Joseph Priestley and was commercialized in 1807 by Benjamin Silliman, a Yale University chemistry professor who bottled and sold carbonated drinks. No point here. So here the only point was just this one, loss of appetite. After 1830, sweetened and flavored carbonated drinks became popular and the trend evolved. No point. We go to 5. Today, heavily sweetened carbonated drinks and sodas are among the most popular beverages in the world. In the last 2 decades, the introduction of diet drinks containing artificial sweeteners has increased sales of carbonated beverages. Again, they're just talking about carbonated drinks, nothing to do with consuming, nothing to do with negative effects of consuming carbonated drinks. Some carbonated drinks contain caffeine, which causes addiction. Addiction is bad. Okay, so this is the point. Some carbonated drinks contain caffeine, which causes addiction, which means drinking carbonated drinks may cause addiction. So this is the point. In this regard, when carbonated drinks are not taken by people used to them, unexplained tiredness and headaches result. So again, this is the point. This is the point: tiredness and headaches. Okay, so you are trying this one. When carbonated drinks are not taken by people used to them, unexplained tiredness and headaches results. So here we have 2 points, this one and also the addiction, this one. Okay, it starts from here. Some carbonated drinks contain caffeine, which causes addiction. The last one, it is stressed that people should opt for pure fruit juices. Pure juices may be expensive, but you do not need to buy them all the time. You may instead just buy oranges, guavas, and mangoes, then squeeze out the juice from these fruits and give it to a child as opposed to buy carbonated drinks. Experts say one can or bottle of a carbonated drink has about 10 teaspoons of sugar, 150 calories, 30 to 55 milligrams of caffeine, and is loaded with artificial food colors and sulfites. Again, they're not talking about anything which is a negative effect of consuming carbonated drinks. Carbonated drinks that are caffeinated lead to jitters. Okay, so this is bad. Jitters, insomnia. Insomnia, inability to sleep, meaning that you won't have sleep after drinking carbonated drinks. So jitters, this is the point. Insomnia, this is the point. Irregular heartbeat, this is the point. Vitamin and mineral depression, this is the point. And breast lumps, this is the point. The sugar added to carbonated drinks increases insulin levels. This is the point, which can lead to diabetes. So this is the point. Increasing insulin levels, which can lead to diabetes. This is the point. And excessive weight gain. This is also a point. Okay. So you have to do your best to identify as many points as you can. So the points that we have identified, let's just number them. I managed to write them as in point form so that we see them, we count them. So this is the first point. High acidity level in carbonated drinks creates an imbalance in the body. Okay. 1. As it leads to acidosis. 2. Too much acid creates a digestion problem in the system. 3. Carbonated drinks have carbonic acid that inhibits the use of calcium in the body. 4. Thereby adversely affecting bone formation. Okay. And also leads to osteoporosis. Point. Not ideal for children and women after menopause. Point. Consuming carbonated drinks excessively forces the body to harbor carbon dioxide, resulting in more distension of the stomach. If I'm too fast, I'm sure you can slow the video down. I think so. I'm not sure, but I think when you go to settings at video speed, you can slow the video down so that it's a bit slowed down. Okay, consuming carbonated drinks excessively forces the body to harbor carbon dioxide, resulting in more distension of the stomach. So these are just the points I got from the passage, the ones I was underlining. Okay, and more acid reflux. Point. Carbonated drinks result in loss of appetite if taken short after a meal. Okay, I felt lazy to finish it, but it's supposed to be if taken shortly after a meal. So this is the point. Some contain caffeine, which causes addiction. Point. If carbonated drinks are taken by non-addicts, of course, in the passage it was saying by people who are not addicted to them, but those are two main ways. So just write non-addicts. Okay, unexplained sadness and unexplained unexpectedness occurs, point, and headaches also result, point. So if you go to the passage, this was one sentence. If carbonated drinks are taken by non-addicts, unexpectedness occurs and headaches results, but it has 2 points, which are two things which are negative effects of consuming carbonated drinks. Carbonated drinks that are caffeinated lead to jitters. So this was one sentence. It had jitters, it had insomnia, it had irregular heartbeats, and it had breast cramps. Okay, so all these are points. It also had vitamin and mineral depletion, which is a point. Also, the last sentence was talking about the added sugar increasing insulin, which results in diabetes, is a point, and also increase excess gain of weight. So these are the points. The job is how many are these? So you can even count your points, how many ways they have. Then if they are more than 140, then you have got a lot of work to do to make sure that they fit in less than 1/4 or equal to 1/4. If you have if you count the points and they're less than 140, then that's good, but don't be excited because they have to make sense. You can't just be connecting them like if carbonated drinks are taken by non-addicts, unexpectedness occurs and headaches results. Carbonated drinks that are caffeinated lead to jitters, insomnia. Anyway, here I can connect, it's making sense, but it's not always the case. Okay, so now let's write the passage where we connect all these points. So this in black is what is started for us. The consumption of carbonated drinks by human beings has a number of negative effects. So the first point is the high acidity level in carbon dioxide increases an imbalance in the body. So instead of writing the high acidity level, I just started high acidity level because we're talking about carbonated drinks. Okay, so high acidity levels create an imbalance in the body as it leads to acidosis and so note that uh, just here. Okay, I've finished the first point. High acidity levels create an imbalance in the body. The second point was as it leads to acidosis. So I just added as it leads to acidosis. Okay. And if you go to the passage, it was just one sentence, so meaning that it's making sense. You haven't broken any rule. Then after that, there's too much acid creates a digestion problem in the system. So if you want, you can stop this sentence here, and then you can just start. It creates. You can start another sentence which starts like too much of it creates a digestion problem in the system. But I thought since we're talking about high acidity levels, so too much acid, they are the same thing. So I can just continue and say and create a digestion problem in the system. Think about it. I thought if I say too much acid and we're still talking about high acidity level, they're just one and the same thing. So it's not being economical with words. So I thought, okay, since we've already talked about high acidity, which is too much acid, so I'll just continue the sentence. Okay, but do your best so that you don't have uh, uh, learn on sentences, those sentences with lots of commas and they don't have a full stop. So the next point is carbonated drinks have carbonic acid that inhibits the use of calcium in the body. So I continued, carbonated drinks have carbonic acid that inhibits the use of calcium in the body. Okay. The next point was thereby adversely affecting bone formation. So I just continued thereby adversely affecting bone formation. Okay. So the next point was this causes osteoporosis. So I continued this causes osteoporosis. I know I can do better, but it's okay. Okay. Then the next was not ideal for children and women after menopause. Okay. Um. So this one I was supposed to include it here. I think I forgot this point. Okay, it's supposed to be included. Okay. Okay. So anyway, let's go to the next point. So it was supposed to be included here. Consuming carbonated drinks excessively forces the body to harbor carbon dioxide, resulting in more distension of the stomach. So I did this one. Consuming carbonated drinks excessively forces the body to harbor carbon dioxide, resulting in more distension of the stomach. The next one was and more acid reflux and acid reflux. Okay. So here it says and more acid reflux. Here I have just said and acid reflux. Why? Because of this word more here, more distension of the stomach and acid reflux. Okay, but you can add more. Yeah, but I thought anyway, I've already mentioned more. So why should I say and more distension of the stomach and more acid reflux? Sounds like I'm repeating words there. Okay. Next, carbonated drinks results in loss of appetite. This one was saying if taken shortly before meal, it results in appetite loss. So if you just say carbonated drinks results in loss of appetite, you have changed the meaning a bit, because this only occurs if taken shortly before meals. So don't change the meaning. Okay. So this was the point, but actually the full point is supposed to be if taken shortly before meals, it results in appetite loss, which is what was written in the passage. Okay. So some contain caffeine, which causes addiction. So you can continue. Some contain caffeine, which causes addiction. So the other one says, if carbonated drinks are taken by non-addicts, unexplained tiredness occurs. I explained that non-addicts was already summarized. It's supposed to be by people who are not addicted to them, which are lots of words. Okay. Um, but in my summary, I think I was a bit tired. But in my summary, I wrote when not taken by people used to them, unexplained tiredness and headaches result. So I was supposed to write when taken by non-addicts. That's better than writing when not taken by people used to them, because these are lots of words. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if I write when taken by non-addicts, so it will be when one word are taken to 3, 4. Okay. So it means I've reduced the number of words. Okay. So that's a skill there. Okay. Next, and headaches results. Of course, I've included and headaches results. Okay. Next is carbonated drinks that are caffeinated due to jitters. So um instead of writing carbonated drinks that are caffeinated, I wrote caffeinated carbonated drinks. These are 3 words, but here carbonated drinks that are caffeinated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, but here caffeinated carbonated drinks is 3. This does not change the meaning. Okay, leads to jitters, insomnia, irregular heartbeats. Um, uh, Here I was supposed to put breast lumps, but I added the other point, vitamin and mineral depression, and then breast lumps. Okay, it's just that the points writing them, I did not write them in order here. Okay, so the point it still remains the same. After heartbeat, there was vitamin and mineral depression that was coming, then breast lumps was the last one. Okay, so the last 2 points, the added sugar increases insulin results in diabetes. So the sugar added to them increases insulin levels. So I think in the passage it was saying the sugar added to carbonated drinks. But I know we're talking about carbonated drinks here. So why should I write carbonated drinks, which is 2 words? I just write them a pronoun to represent the 2 words carbonated drinks. So the sugar added to them increases insulin levels, okay, which can cause diabetes. And the last one is excess gain of weight and excess gain of weight. Okay, so yeah, so this is more like it a summary. So to find out if you have done a good job, you have to count them word by word, like so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Just like this, okay? 52, 53, 54, 55. Anyway, when you count them, they are going to be less than 140. So that's about how to go about a summary. So this marks the end of this lesson. Hope you have learned a thing or two. The best way to become a master at this is by doing questions. Happy hunting.